Hi, and welcome. I'm so glad you're here with us. Today I will be talking about the sound, which is one of the 7 different R sounds in the American English language. Yes, that's right. There are actually 7 different R sounds in the American English language, but they're all very closely connected to the R that you're probably already thinking about, which is the R in the word initial position, such as in red. I highly recommend that you check out our 2 videos on the production of R in the word initial position. These videos will lay a great foundation from which you can work on the other 6 R sounds in American English. Some people are going to find that this is not the best starting place, and that's because it really depends on what language is influencing your production and pronunciation in English. But for most people, I find that starting with a good, strong, clear R sound in the word initial position is helpful for shaping and strengthening the other 6 R's in American English. Just so you know, there are going to be a lot of other ways you see the sound written in text. You may see it written as IR, OR, UR, OUR, EAR, and there's probably a few other combinations I haven't thought of. But whenever you see ER in English, normally you're going to produce it as So the first step is for you to be able to hear this sound. I'm going to say the sound 5 times so that you can really hear it. And one of the best ways for you to learn how to produce and pronounce a sound is to be able to hear it and identify it in other people speaking. So here we go. So I'm going to encourage you to take a look back at those sounds and focus on how my mouth looks when I'm producing the sound. When I say the sound, my lips and cheeks are a little bit tight. I feel tension in my lower lip here. Just so slightly. Just a little bit of tension in the lips and cheeks. So is formed by 2 sounds actually, and it starts with a vowel sound. That's why it's called a vocalic R, and this is one of the 6 vocalic R's that we have in the American English language. The vocalic R's are influenced by the vowel sound that precedes the R. So the R changes just slightly because of the influence of the production of the vowel that precedes it. Now I'm going to talk through 3 methods by which you can use to practice and produce the sound and refine it over a set of weeks. The first method is to take a set of 8 words that you're really going to focus on this sound. These words are monosyllabic, meaning they're 1 syllable, and that helps you to focus in on the sound instead of all the other sounds and letters in the word. Burr, fur, gur, her, per, sir, were, your. Now I know what you're thinking. Some of these words are not words. They're actually sounds, and that's just because they are sounds that you will hear often in American English. Burr is something we say when we're cold. Burr. Grr is when we're pretending to be a tiger. Grr. And the word your, which is definitely not a word in English on its own, but the word your is most often pronounced as your when we're speaking quickly or speaking in phrases and sentences. So instead of hearing, you're my best friend, you're more often than not going to hear someone say, you're my best friend. And when they say, you're my best friend, they're actually using the sound in that word. So if you're using this first method, what you're going to do is record yourself saying these 8 words, and then you're going to practice for a week or 2 saying this set of 8 words at least 3 times a day. And then you'll re-record yourself after a week or 2 to hear the changes that you're making in your speaking. Now I'll describe method 2, which is very similar to method 1, but method 2 is for somebody who still feels they need to work on producing and strengthening that sound. So what you're going to do for method 2 is identify an R word, a word that starts with R, that you say very strong and clearly. For those of you who did watch our videos on R production in the word initial position, you're going to take that R that was your strongest word from the very beginning, and you're going to use that word to strengthen and shape this sound. So let's just say the word you identified as your strongest R word was red. Red. You're going to take that word and you're going to stick it on to the end of all of these words from the set of 8 words we're using to target So instead of just saying the words, I'm going to add red to the end of the word. So it will sound like this. Bread. Furred. Gurred. Herred. And so on. With this method, you're just using that strong R in the word initial position to strengthen and shape the at the end of the word. Finally, method 3 is a way to isolate the sound for those of you who are still figuring out how to get that R sound nice and clear. So you're going to do something very interesting for in isolation that's similar to something we did with R in the word initial position. You're going to tilt your head back and you're going to feel your tongue falling back in your mouth and just really relaxing. And why we are doing this is because a lot of R's in other languages are produced with the tongue moving very forward in the mouth. And I just want this method to help you encourage your tongue to relax and move back in the mouth a little bit. And so what you'll do is you'll choose one of 2 words, either the word early, as in I wake up early in the morning, or the word Irma, which is a woman's name. Irma is my grandmother. Okay, and you're going to take one of these 2 words and you're going to just try to practice saying it with your head tilted back. So here we go. Irma. 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 So you're going to start by tilting your head back and getting that sound. And as soon as you start hearing it getting strong and clear, you can move your head up to see if you can maintain that sound. Once you've worked on method 3 and gotten a clear sound, you can definitely jump into methods 2 or 1 whenever you feel ready. Awesome. I'm so excited for you guys. This sound is a little tricky, but it's definitely something that you can achieve and master. So if you haven't done so already, subscribe to our channel so that you can get notifications about our videos. And if you are interested in practicing this sound, check out our practice video that you can turn on 2, 3, 4 times a day to practice with us to refine and actually hear this sound nice and clearly. Thanks so much, and you guys got this.